What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft survival world. I just came back to my starter house here just to collect my food. Just leave that on the ground. And we are just going to go and fight the Ender Dragon, because it is something that I have put off in this world for a very, very long time, and I think it's time that I actually kill the Ender Dragon. I really want a good XP farm, and the Ender is pretty much the first really good XP farm that you usually build, and I also want an Elytra, so if I want to knock off those two things, I need to kill the Ender Dragon. So I'm making my way to the Ender portal. It is actually very, very close to the desert city over here. It is over here. It is like around 200 blocks to the south of the city, and I stumbled upon it. I was actually, when I was mining, I was strip mining. I was just strip mined, and I found the cave. Right underneath it is the stronghold, and I was strip mining, and I found a cave, and it had the stronghold in it. But yeah, I'm digging out this area because I need sandstone, and I think I have some plans for the stronghold in the future. I think I may want to have like some big crater around it. Not really sure. We have some reaction that went wrong when the stronghold first appeared or something. Some history to the world, at least. So I want to set my spawn there, and make sure I'm all good. I want to make sure I have everything in my inventory. I have food. I have potions. Just want my strength and my speed. My shield on. Also light this area up. Make sure no more mobs spawn. And I think we're all good. Got rid of the lava. Alright. I think I only need 9. What I saw. Alright, there we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I always hate this part. Oh, perfect. I'm in the middle of the end island. End island is very, very broad. It's very spread out. That's pretty good. Dude. Perfect. So now I have that one and that one. I think it's very good that I planned on bringing so many arrows, because this guy's not landing. Alright, he's like a third down. I haven't hit him once with my sword. He's coming down. Come on, he's almost there. Yes! 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 We've done it. Nice! Alright! Gonna wait for the music. Finally finish. See how much XP we got. And I think all I have to do is just drop a torch. Yeah. Very cool. Alright, so now that I've killed the Ender Dragon, we can actually go and find an Elytra and get some shulker shells to make some shulker boxes. Those are really useful for a builder like myself. Like, I really like having shulker boxes. Very useful. Or I could start building an Ender. I don't really know which one to tackle on first. Let me make a decision on that, and also let me go get some more building blocks, because I'll need building blocks for either of those adventures. So yeah, that fight was fun. Wish the Ender Dragon went down a little bit faster. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, Ender Dragon is down. So I have chosen to build the Ender first. I don't know why. I just feel like a stable source of experience is a little bit more important than flying right now. Also, use more Ender pearls get from this, so it's always useful. So I'm just going to go to this edge here, and I have nothing on me except for a diamond pickaxe and some building blocks. Because if I fall into the void, I lose all of my stuff if I have it on me. So yeah, I just want to play it safe. So what I have to do now is go to Y level 0 And I need a few more ladders for that. And then I have to build a bridge that is around 200 blocks long. I'm gonna do it with leaves because Endermen don't actually spawn on leaves. So, here goes nothing, I guess. Just gonna pillar down. I forgot that you needed to breathe underwater, so that could have been bad. To drown in the end, of all places. Oh, I gotta breathe, gotta breathe. Gotta breathe. I am very close to the Y level 0, and it's kind of scary. I haven't done this before, so new experience for sure. Okay, I don't think I can go further. Like, I don't think it's possible. I'll just go at Y level 1. Just want to play it safe. I would rather not die and use my diamond pickaxe. I'm also using a pumpkin. So if I look at an Enderman inadvertently, they don't get angry at me. Man, it takes a while for the water to fall, doesn't it? I always thought it went a little bit faster. It's fine though. So, I'm gonna make this leaves, make this ladders, and then we should be all set to make a bridge, like out in the distance. The reason for making such a long bridge is to unload these chunks where the Enderman can spawn, and load the chunks near the ender that we'll get the maximum mob count for at the ender. All right, time to go 100 blocks or 200 blocks. Let's go. Oh, I fell. Well, that's funny. Well, at least I did it there and not with all my stuff. So, thinking about it more, I probably shouldn't have used a max enchanted pickaxe. I don't think that was the smartest decision on my part. I probably should have just used an unenchanted diamond pickaxe, if anything. Oh well. It's just one pickaxe. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm back here. Let me go get a better food source and get some leaves. Also, I need some torches. I kind of forgot that. Alright, I'm making sure I don't press any of my keys that I shouldn't be pressing to go off this edge. I have to go 8 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8. This is the first block of the spawning platform. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to make this 11 wide. Something. Then I have to make it 4 deep. And then I have to put leaves around this entire thing. I'm happy to be in the end, finally. Like, it definitely was overdue. But I'm finally happy I'm here, and all it cost me was a death to the void, which was to be expected with someone of my nature. Alright, so now that we got the spawning platform done, we have to work on the kill chamber. So we have to go 18 out. The Enderman will become aggroed on the Endermite, and then what will happen is they'll go up this staircase of leaves, and then they'll drop down. And I believe that's everything that has to do with leaves. And as you can see, I have no wood in my inventory, and that's a problem because that's the next thing I have to do. I have to get fence posts, put them here. And then I have to get the chest for the kill chamber. So I'll be back once I have wood. Seems like I kind of died with that wood on me. So the actual build is now 100% complete. I just have to get an endermite there, which means I also have to get a name tag, which I'm not actually sure I have one. But yeah, so the actual building part is all done. I laid out these 5x5 platforms because I want to have an enchanter and my anvil and my grindstone all set up here, and I want to have some storage here for ender pearls, for enchanted books, or just any other junk that I have sitting around. Basically, it works like this. The Endermen drop from over there, drop down here, and hit them. That's pretty much how it works. And then they aggro to that platform because of the Endermite, which is what I'm going to do right now. So after about an hour and a half of working on this farm, I can say that it is finally complete. And I've actually used it for about 45 minutes or so, and I got some pretty good gear. And in my ender chest, I have 2 more pickaxes that I was working on. So this means that I'm pretty geared up right now, as at least I am better than I was starting when I started this farm. So that is definitely a positive. But one thing that I really want to do is protects the farm from having a bunch of ender pearls just stored in it. One issue with this is, we'll see in a minute, but ender pearls just like stack up in the drop chamber. So I want to replace this chest and explode with a dropper, and then I want to an observer. Oh man, this is very risky. I want an observer facing into that, having its output into that dropper, and then I want to have a sticky piston here. I don't want to have an observer there, and then I just want a lever. I don't think you can make a lever with deep slate, cobbled deep slate. Yeah, you can't, for whatever reason. We have something like that, and there it goes. It just throws the ender pearls. Now the farm should be working 100%, I think. That was really bugging me before because I was getting all these ender pearls and I didn't really know what to do with them. So now I can just easily throw the ender pearls out. But yeah, the farm works great. Like, I get to level 30 very quickly, which I'm very happy with. And I'm kind of maxing out the amount of XP I can really get, because I can't change the speed of me absorbing the XP, if that makes sense. Like, I can't change the rate of the XP filling my bar. So this farm is definitely very efficient. But yeah, I think it is time to go to the end islands and try to find a an end city. I think for the sake of your viewing experience, and because this episode is already long as is, I have cut the following end city raiding footage, as mostly everyone has seen how to raid an end city and how to collect elytra and shulker shells. Long story short, I did collect a few shulker shells and get my hands on the elytra wings, so enjoy the rest of the video. So now I have an elytra, and the one problem with it is I don't have mending or unbreaking on it, but I will. And one way to accomplish this is to get villagers, and villagers is probably one of the most overpowered parts of this game. You can get any enchant book from a villager, like, and the way that you can make villagers by breeding them is it's just too overpowered. So I'm actually very surprised that I haven't actually done anything with villagers yet. I do have that one mending villager over there. I was thinking of making a villager breeder, but I just never got around to it. So I think that's what I'm going to work on right now. I do need some wood. I want to tear down these trees because I'm kind of low on wood, and I think I need some hoppers for the villager breeder. I don't remember though. I am all complete as villager breeder. It was a pretty quick build, but I have AFK'd overnight, and I have accumulated a good amount of villagers. Yes, this thing has been running for a couple of hours, and every day these villagers make 2 babies, and the babies then go into this water stream, and once they grow up, then they swim up into this collection. It was very easy to make, and it was my take So what I plan on using these guys for is I want to minecart them over. Let me push this guy. And is going to go all the way to the starter house. Yeah, he's going to turn right there. So this way he goes to a different place. I'm going to show you guys that just a bit. So here is a neat trick that you guys can do. If you're trying to lure a villager, let me turn off hitboxes, then you can actually just go into his UI by he'll follow you ever so slowly. So ever so slowly, I'm going to lure him over here. All right, now he is trapped, and then I'm just going to place down the composter. And I think it's all good. Now I just have to remove the barrel that he is attracted to, which I don't know what one it is because there are many barrels. That may be an issue. Alright, so I got all of these villagers in their stalls. I got my 2 stonemasons where I'll get my brick and my quartz from. I got my 4 farmers that I just trade my potatoes, carrots, pumpkins, melons. And I got this toolsmith to give me my pickaxe and diamond shovel. This is all the gear that I've been enchanting as backup stuff. That's all the stuff that I trade to my villagers and all the emeralds. So far it's gone pretty smoothly. These places for them are going to be moved. They're not going to be in the middle of nowhere right next to my starter house here. I plan on having a separate area in this kingdom in like different neighborhoods or maybe even outlying suburban areas for farmers, stonemasons, and like toolsmiths. Like for example, toolsmiths would be where a blacksmith building would be. Stonemasons would be like where the mine is over yonder in the distance over there, and farmers would obviously be like near a farm. So yeah, I'll definitely move these guys in the future. Just it's super convenient right now to have them here. I've also done some progress out in the outlying regions of the area. You can kind of see those glowstone. But I've made a rail track to have a better way to travel the villagers, and I've done that because I plan on having this area be an iron farm, and I've kind of done some terrain work. It's nothing major or anything. It's just kind of to get my terrain skills back. I haven't done terrain in a very long while, and I think it's actually pretty good. It's not that bad. I still have to do this side, but once I do that, it'll kind of feel like a valley. I've also worked on the block palette for the path. Right now I'm doing coarse dirt, and that should be a path. Coarse dirt and a path block path for this area, and I think I'm going to keep it like it. I like it a lot, and the coarse dirt just adds that area to put like ferns and grass and dead bushes. And for the elevation change, I use jungle because it's very close to the color of the coarse dirt block, and it comes in a stair and slab variety. Over here, it's just a point of interest. It's just like bamboo and sugarcane. I didn't know what else to really put here, so I just put that. But yeah, so that's all I've really done over here. There's my mule. But yeah, so here is my plan for this area. I plan on having a wall just kind of go around the edge of this desert. If you can follow it. Like I have these sandstone blocks. There's the path. It goes over for quite some distance. But yeah, that wall just continues over in the distance. It'll be a rundown and ruined type desert wall, kind of to mark where like the old kingdom once stood, where the new kingdom is. So like the old kingdom used to be over here, but now they moved, and the new kingdom is back over that distance. I think that technique kind of just adds a little bit more history and background on this area, which is really nice when the player walks through. So regarding this place, I plan on having an iron farm here. Plan on starting that in a few minutes. So yeah, so where this glowstone is where the villagers will stand, and I plan on making a 2 pod design, which will get like 16 iron a minute. yeah, so I plan on having the villagers there, and I plan on using a pillager that I've captured, and I plan on placing him on this scaffolding block here. Where you see these sandstone squares is where the water will go and where the iron golems will spawn. They'll then be pushed somewhere around here, or even here, and then they'll fall in lava and die, and I'll collect their drops. Pertaining to the actual structure built around this area, I plan on building a like bastion or a fort that used to be part of the old kingdom, but is kind of operated by the kingdom guard, and it's still in use. It's like one of the oldest forts, let's say, and it's just to protect from other attacks by like raiders and stuff. Again, just to give some background history on the area. But I like what I'm doing. I like what how I'm kind of giving some interest to the surrounding area around the kingdom. Besides that, I do have a path going over here. I plan on building a bridge. Don't know when I'll do that. I may actually do that I may do that today. I don't know. But I have this path going over here, and yet there is another bridge. And I also have an interesting idea with this path. I plan on having it like recessed in the ground and digging out a large trench, kind of just building around that and having this community be like living in a trench or something. I don't know. I feel like that could be a really cool sub-style of building if I ever get bored with, you know, the city and everything. But besides that, I think I am going to start bringing those villagers and that pillager over. Then actually first starting the iron farm, and then building the structure around the iron farm. Because if I do it in reverse and build a structure around the iron farm, I could run into issues with the iron farm not working, or it actually spawning the iron golems outside of the farm. So I don't want that happening, so I'm just going to build the iron farm first. So I got the villagers in their stalls at the iron farm. Now I want to get this guy. I named him Stone Man. I don't know why. It was kind of late at night, and I didn't really have any other cool, funny name suggestions. So, and yes, he should be on his way to the iron farm. If all things, nope, okay. Of course, he took the wrong path. Now he should be on his way to the iron farm. I'll just follow him there. Okay. And then I'm gonna push you into your hole. Everything, it should be fine. Beautiful. And that jumping motion is kind of, is from the wall underneath him, and it jumps him above this two block tall wall, and it makes him pathfind to the villagers. So I have put in the water streams, and I have properly planned out where I want the iron golems to drop. I want the iron golem to drop around here, and a similar thing on that side as well. So what I'm going to do right now is start construction of this fortification, and yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I haven't built that much with sandstone, ironically, because you would think I would build a lot with sandstone because I'm in a desert, but no, I haven't really done that much. So it's gonna be interesting. See it in the far distance over there, the iron farm and the fort that I built around it. I also made this path here, and I'm trying to plan out the area as I go along and build out the builds around the city area. So yeah, I just went with this style of coarse dirt, path block, and jungle. It works pretty good. Soon I'll add some bushes and like dead bushes and stuff like that around the path, but right now I just left it like this. But yeah, I love the way the fort turned out. I think it is truly amazing. It's really cool. Although there are some places like over there where you can see the villagers, I think I'm just gonna leave it there, because one thing that is really annoying with making a build around an iron farm is that you have to spawn proof the build so that the iron golems do not spawn, and it's really painful to deal with. Anyways, this is part of the path that I did. I plan on having maybe a tree here, maybe a dead tree, I don't know, something to just give interest to this area. I always want to have like some point of interest along the path every couple 30-40 blocks or so. Over here is just some bamboo and sugarcane, just add some green. And then over here is the fort, is the iron farm. It looks amazing. I love how it turned out. I think it really looks quite incredible, actually, because it's actually my like one of my first builds using a sandstone besides like a house. So I'm really ecstatic with how it all turned out. So as I go up these steps here, you should I go up these steps, and in here is where the iron farm actually sits. So here is the pillager guy. You can kind of see him, and then yep, there's an iron golem, and he's going down the water stream. Here is one pod of villagers. These are the 3 villagers over here, and over here is another 3 villagers. You see all this carpet and bottom slabs and stuff like that? It is to prevent the iron golem from spawning. Similarly with the trapdoors and everything in here. That's pretty much how much of a pain to deal with iron golem spawning mechanics, because they're not the same as normal mob spawning mechanics. You can see I use carpet here and carpet there and trapdoors there, and for the most part it stops most of the iron golem spawns. But sometimes they do spawn outside of the water stream, and I have to kill them to make the farm as fully functional as it can be. But you know, that's fine. It's fine. So the way that the iron golems get destroyed is there's actually a set of water streams. I don't really want to lose blocks, so I'll try to do this as best as possible. There's a set of water streams that go from here, and they go all the way down to where the hoppers collect. It's just lava and water streams, essentially. And for the most part, it works pretty well. And over here is where I get the iron. So far, I haven't really been running it for that long of time. Probably like 2.5 hours, or like maybe 4 hours, maybe. I really don't remember, but yeah, for the most part, I get I got a pretty decent amount of iron. Like, I don't want an overkill farm because I don't really need it. I don't really use iron. I don't really make fancy redstone contraptions that much. But just getting that constant supply of iron sometimes is very helpful. Just looking at this build here, I incorporated a lot of color using the leaves and using the banners and some of these carpet stuff as like awnings. And because it differentiates itself from the actual boring tone of the sandstone and smooth sandstone and endstone. I also tried to make this place look as run down as possible, not so decrepit that it looks like it's not functional, just like a little bit, adding a little bit of history to it. And I think it did a good job. Like, I had scaffolding, added some places where they're maybe fixing it up with like hoisting rocks up or somewhere. But yeah, I think I did a pretty nice job overall. I tried to incorporate this endstone here just to give a little of an older type sandstone color to it, and yeah, it worked. Now, as I fly over here, you can see the flags, and these were a really hard thing to get right. You kind of have to set a wind direction. So I set my wind direction to the northeast, and that's probably what the wind direction for this entire area is going to be. And yeah, that's just how I modeled the flags like. But that's pretty much of the fort. It seems like a pretty small build, but it actually took a lot of time because I had to get a lot of resources, and I had to fill in all the sides and make sure that no iron golems could spawn on it. So yeah, it took a lot of work, but I'm happy with the final product. Now, if you are a keen viewer and you see all this sandstone in the distance, this is actually going to be where an old version of the city wall used to be. So it's just going to be like a very old version of a wall. It's not going to be used anymore. It's just going to be there. It'll just give some history to the landscape. and I think I'm going to build some sort of lookout outpost over there in the future, like on that hill or somewhere around there. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it. I feel like this build will look so much better as I add more buildings like are in the area. I also made this bridge to prepare for making a path out to the plains. And here is an example of like an old wall I was talking about. So I have another section of the old wall going out in this area. I just want to add a lot of history to this area, so that's basically my idea. So yeah, you can see it wraps here and then it goes across the river. And another thing that I did is I added this bridge here. But I think that's going to be it from me for today's episode. Overall, this episode took a lot of time, so I'd really appreciate it if you could drop a like. It really helps me out. And yeah, I'm really excited to work on this series again. I took a little bit of a break there because, you know, life and stuff got a little bit busy, but I'm happy to be back and making videos again. So yeah, I can't wait for next episode because where you see this pink, we're going to be starting the walls in the next episode, which should be really, really exciting. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.